I have an unboxing here for a board game that's themed about chemistry. You know, you're looking to create different compounds using the basic elements. It's kind of a small game box, you know. See how big it is with my hand on it. This was originally a Kickstarter game, and I had started to kickstart it. I just money was tight with other Kickstarter projects at the time, and this one just kind of fell to the side. But it's out to the general public now. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been out. We'll open it up and take a look at it. A fairly sturdy little box here. So you're going to get a rule book, kind of made to look kind of like a little workbook for school. And you can see you're going to get your table of contents there. So you're going to have they call it lab equipment. I'm sure that's going to be the components, how to set the game up, the purpose of the goals, how to win the game, and then you're going to get a sequence of play and some other things. So you can see you're going to get the periodic table here. Looks like it's a score track. You have looks like about 63 compound cards and some fire cards. Looks like you get a key as the starting player marker. You have the workbenches, which I'm guessing are going to be the player cards there. Maybe. You have a noble workbench, and it says that's for a 2-player game. You have some fire extinguisher tokens and wild cards, storage cards, Bunsen burners, pipettes, journals, cylinders, goggles, lab keys, flames. And then you have 100 element crystals in 6 types. So you got hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, and sulfur. And then you get 40 player discs in 5 colors and a sticker sheet to put on those. So it looks like you get 3 claim tokens, 3 scoring, or a scoring token, discovery, study, research, and lab tokens. So you can go ahead and you're going to get a look at how the play is going to set up. Looks like you're going to have your score track here, and then a field of compounds to create, and then your player card, and then you have a continued setup, the conditions for winning the game, how each of the phases of the game go. So you have discovery, study, research, the lab phase. The lab phase looks to be the more complex of all of them. How to manage your workbench, which is your player card. Looks like where to place all your tokens and equipment. And that's continued along with the different tools you can get. Looks like it's got chemical reactions in you. So it looks like these are some special conditions that can be on some of the compound cards, such as hazardous, corrosive, volatile. So those probably have different game effects. And then it looks like you have a setup for 2 players, which looks like it just uses this basic 2-player board. And then some variants, like if you played with partners or some different things, and then just cover on the back. So we'll take a look at the player board here. This is a nice, thick, glossy on both sides cardboard piece. So it looks like you have some space up here maybe to store your different elements. Looks like this is spaces maybe to put your equipment if you get it, and an explanation of what that equipment does. And then you have your different phases represented here, and then a mark tracker on there to show, I guess, your status in each of those phases. So you got discover to trade elements, study, place and move claim tokens, research, place elements, and do 3-to-1 swaps, manage compounds in the lab. So you're going to get 4 of those boards, or 5 of those boards actually. You're going to get a blue, green, orange, purple, and red. You're going to get the 2-player Noble board here. And it looks like you just have discovery and research on this. I don't know how that plays into it, but that's the 2-player board. So you're going to keep track of some part of the game on this. We're going to have a sticker sheet here. And you got, I believe these are claim tokens, maybe. It says you get 3 per player, so these that are colored in are claim tokens. Looks like the ones with the white background are scoring tokens. And then you have the discovery, study, research, and lab tokens. So these will be the ones that you keep track of on your board here. I'm seeing discovery, study, research, and lab. And then these will go on where you claim elements on the board, I believe. And then these will be some sort of scoring piece. So you're going to get the game board here, a sheet of tokens. Going to get lots of little baggies to put them in. Looks like we have some more complex compounds here than the actual compound cards. So take a look at the board real quick. And I'm guessing this is just going to be your score tracker. It does bend in a little at the middle. It's a little tight when you place it down. So it looks like you got some space for some pieces here. Let's see. Looks like flame tokens go here. Lab tools can go up here. And then you've got the score track to keep track of your points. So it goes all the way up the periodic table there. And then the back of it's just the black finish. We have your tokens here. And these are going to be fire extinguishers. So it looks like you're going to have to, in order to use the fire extinguisher, maybe you have to get the oxygen and the carbon element crystals to place there. You have some flame tokens, some Bunsen burner tokens, some more flame tokens. These are storage markers, wild card tokens. This looks like a dice hate in the games tokens there. What are these? These look like they're just... These are some of the different games that Dice Hate Me Games make. I don't know if maybe they just included those in there because they had space. Then you have some of your lab tool tokens up here. You have pipettes, graduated cylinders, lab books, safety goggles, and keys. And those appear to be pretty much the same double-sided except for the fire extinguisher. Looks like once you get your element crystals on that, maybe it turns into the actual extinguisher and you can use it. And I have these crystal pieces here. They're going to represent your different elements. Your player tokens that you're going to have to put the stickers on. So you're going to get a handful of all of those. You have the starting player token here, which which is just a key. I guess you have the key to the lab. You can see some of these crystals here. I've seen similar crystals in some other games. I know Caverna, the new Uwe Rosenberg game, has crystals like this for ore and rubies. And there's a game called A La Carte that uses these crystals for ingredients in cooking recipes. You can see you're going to get 6 different colors here. You're going to get clear, black, red, blue, green, and yellow. So those look like the basic pieces of the game that you'll use to create the different compounds to try to win the game. And then the player discs are just small wooden discs, and the sticker sheets are going to be used to put on there. So we have some of the cards that it looks like you play the game with. So it looks like you have 9 starting compounds, and those have this yellow. They have this blue background, they have a yellow, so you got different compounds that you can create. You can see the crystals look like they're color coded. And then you're going to get a bunch more here that you can create. Looks like they have some different symbology on them as far as maybe this requires heat or it needs flame. We got some that got the little health symbol on them there, looks like. Some that have a little pipette symbol. So looking on there, it looks to show you different things that you'll need to collect to besides the crystals to create these things. So you get a lot of these cards here. And then you get lab fire ones. I don't know if these are going to come up randomly or if maybe they're in every game, kind of like the outbreak cards in Pandemic. Maybe they shuffle in there so they're always going to come out, or even if you use this whole stack during the game. We have some other pieces here. I don't see them, and the backs to all of these are pretty much the same too, except for the starting compound cards. You can see they have that little yellowish border around them on the back also. These are, I'm looking in the book to see, this is part of the variant, the Lab Partners variant. It's only recommended for 3 or more players. But on the player board, apparently these replace 2 of the compound cards if you put them out, because you'll see they're the width of 2 of those cards. So it looks like these are just some different rules, some more complex cards to play. So you're going to get quite a few of these cards. You can see they become far more complex to get it. I'm guessing maybe this is the score for them up top that you'll get. So you can see they're worth a lot of points in comparison to a lot of these. But this is more of a variant to the game. I'm just looking at the rules real quick. It may actually require 2 people cooperating or more resources from 1 person to complete these. But that is everything that comes in the chemistry themed game Compounded. by Dice Hate Me Games.